Hey, Miss Nicole, how you doing?
What's up, Noble? I'm doing
How
good.
how how's your week been?
It's been all right.
Okay, you ready to get into this conversation?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Don't be
I,
scared. Don't be scared. We not about to get all into your personal business. We're about to keep it very general, and most of this stuff
okay,
is you're answering for you, and you're giving your opinion. You're not really talking for. You're not really saying what you believe most women or most men feel today. It's
okay,
just for you. Okay.
cool.
Okay. So the first one is intimacy important for you in a relationship? If yes, why? If no, why not? And when I say intimacy, I am talking about physical intimacy. I am talking about sex. Is it important for you? If yes, why? If it is important, if it is not important for you, why not? Bam the chef. What's up, G?
So I'm gonna say it is important, yes, because it's a form of how you can show love to a person. And I just feel like if a relationship does not have intimacy, then it can be lacking in a lot of areas. Like you have to genuinely connect with someone and build that connection for y'all to actually have that for each other.
Okay.
So if no connection is there, like if a person is feeling you or if a person is not feeling you, then of course they wouldn't want to be intimate with you. But when you actually have a deep and physical connection with somebody, then you don't mind that. So intimacy is important for me. I mean, we all got needs.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Is 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 physical intimacy a deal breaker for you? And when I ask, is it a deal breaker for you? Um, is and when I say deal breaker, I also mean like in terms of pursuing like a serious relationship with someone. Obviously, you're married, but just speak hypothetical for this particular
Mhm.
question. So, you know, is you know is the physical intimacy, is it being like good or great or you know bad? Is that like a deal breaker for you? Like, is it that important to you? Like, so if you really, I know, again, you're married, but hypothetically, if you weren't, if you really liked a man, right? You thought he was intelligent, you found him physically attractive, he had a career, he was financially stable, he had his own place, got his own car. He was like, he checked off every box, but just that physical intimacy part, that first time y'all did it, it didn't hit how you wanted it to hit. So is that a deal breaker for you, or is that something that if you like the man enough, you're willing to work to improve?
I'm going to say it's not a deal breaker. No. Because if I'm for you, I'm for you. Like, it doesn't even matter about that part of it because I feel like I can teach you some things so we can learn each other together.
Right.
So, you got everything else going on. And just from my experience, me and my husband started dating when we were young. So, that's why I don't really, I guess, have the problems that most people are battling today with dating
Right.
because I was young, he was young, so you like a bunny rabbit when you're young.
Right.
So as you grow, things change, like your needs and your wants change. So I feel like if a man was bringing all of that to the table and he just lacked in that area, that's not important to me. It's not like a deal breaker. I can teach you some things. Like, no, you can stay.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. You know what? I forgot to put one question on here. I'm probably gonna ask people after the third one. Okay. Do you think? Okay, if that's how you feel, that's cool. Do you think most bad physical intimate experiences are self-inflicted? Um, and when I say that, Miss Nicole, do you think? Well, that kind of goes into like the last question,
Yeah.
but do you think that especially women, there's a lot of women nowadays saying and complaining that men are not, through physical penetration with men, a lot of them are saying that they're not able to like reach,
Mm-hmm.
their climax. Um, and but I also don't think, me personally, I don't think a lot of women really know their bodies. That's just my personal opinion. And another thing I think, Miss Nicole, is I don't think this for both men and women, but a lot of men aren't having that same issue or complaining like the women are. But I don't think a lot of women are communicating with the men that they're dealing with that, like, hey, I don't think they're communicating
Correct.
what they enjoy and what can get them there, if they even
Correct.
know what can get them there in the first place. So do you think most bad physical intimate experiences are self-inflicted?
So that can go hand in hand because, like you said, first and foremost, you do need to know what you like and what you don't like. And then if you're not willing, I would say if you're not willing to just be open minded to things, then you don't know what can get you there. Because the things that you probably least expect will probably take you there. So I would say that some people are just closed minded when it comes to those sexual or intimate experiences. So if they was to open up and think, a little outside of the box, then maybe they could. But a lot of men also have to take the time to actually see what the woman like, instead of just rushing and worrying about themselves. You have to actually want to get to know that woman, like, and let her warm up, and things of that nature. But also with women, we have toys out here. I mean, we have so many options. If we wasn't getting it from the man, we say. But I feel like for as with I seen the statistics, no, because I see a lot of conversations about this where they say,
Right.
yeah. So I do see that, but I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, Miss Nicole, I personally think that toys are, vibrators and roses, whatever they're called. I
hmm
think that's part of the big issue. I think that's part of the issue that a lot of women are having. I think that's causing a lot of women to not know their bodies.
Why? Why you
Because
say that?
I think there are women that are single and they are engaging with different men, but there's women that are single and they aren't, and they're kind of using that as a substitute, and that's kind of like making them not really know their body. That's what I honestly think.
No.
So then when they get with a man, it's like they don't know, and then they complain about it after.
I don't think so because it don't matter how many toys you have, it's still not going to be the real thing. It's just the fact of penetration is not it. That's not it. You have to bring more. Like you have to do more. A woman is not just about to be going crazy off no pound town. Like, come on now. It just requires more. So the toys are not a bad thing. The man can use the toy too with you. Like it's not about just you using the toy by yourself. He can bring it to the bedroom with you, and that may turn it up a notch.
Miss Nicole, you said you. That's what I'm about to ask you about, Kiki. Miss Nicole, you said Pound Town is just not the end all be all resolution.
No, it's not.
Because I think a lot of men think that.
That's childish. That is childish. Like teenager, okay, don't know no better, sure. But grown women, no, you're gonna have to bring more to the table than that. Mm-mm.
Okay, man, I can't wait till we get more men in here. I want to see what the men have to say about that. Blowing backs out. That's what I'm true saying.
No, no.
I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm saying. I want to see. I
That
want to
is
see if a
for
lot of
dirty
other women have that
satisfaction.
same. I want to see if a lot of other women have that same mindset, bro. Because that's very interesting. I don't even think I heard that one before. That's very interesting.
Oh
Um,
yeah, a lot of it. But you just said the statistics of why women are not getting there. This is a reason. Men think that's all. That it's not all. You need
Mafia
more
boss.
options.
Um. Okay. Okay. And you also talked about Vada. What's up, Vada? Vada. Please request when you get a chance. I'd love to talk to you about this. So you also talked about Miss Nicole. You said, the man has to take the time to get to know the woman, and basically like get her warmed up, if you will. I've kind of had this conversation before, but you know, and obviously you can only speak for yourself, but you know, from when you were younger to like where you are now, how important is like foreplay for you and like getting the engine revved up, if you will, or is it not that important? Because every woman is different, Miss Nicole. Some women like want that and need that, and some women like, you know, like it's hot and ready, like let's go. Like, so what are your thoughts on that?
So for me personally, it just depends on the day. Like if it's been a long day,
It depends on the day, y'all. As we said, it
it
depends on
really
the day. Welcome, boss. What's up? Go ahead. Go ahead.
it really do, because if I had a long day, then that's probably not number one on my mind. But if I probably been like missing you and doing different things around the house and everything's taken care of, then yeah, we got time for all of that. But first, when I was a teenager, it was new to me. So of
Right.
course it was like a bunny spirit, like, oh my gosh, let's do this a lot.
Right.
It's enjoyable. But not to say it just, I ain't gonna say it changed when you become an adult, but you just require more. Like Pound Town probably used to work back then, but not now. No.
So okay. So if it's not just Pound Town, then I can't think of what else it could be other than like some foreign play. I mean, because I mean, especially not. I think if a man's not going to Pound Town, I don't think a lot of women are gonna have a lot of good things to say about him. Even if
There's
they
a lot of intimacy that can take place, like the touching, the
mm-hmm.
rubbing, the massages,
Right.
the kisses.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got you. I got you. Hey, I got you.
And then like we said, even the toys. There are so many toys you can try.
But okay, I want to be clear though. So you telling me that you don't think toys is contributing to, you know, women not being able to reach their climax?
No, it actually helps. No, because those toys are showing women like what it takes to get them aroused. And then once they feel like their spot or know what they like, they be like, hey, this is how I like it. Or I want you to do this. That's how you teach each other. Nobody's just gonna wake up and know what you like. You have to communicate that.
Right.
If a man is willing to learn your spots, learn your body, then that tells you that he really want to be intimate with you and he like being intimate with you. But if you just here ready, like, oh, let me just get me, no, no, you couldn't
Okay.
say that.
Okay. Okay. Let's. Okay. So, is it a man's duty to make a woman finish? Is it his? Is it? Is it his duty? Because you know, and I've said this in the past. I think men do like 90 to 95% of the work. Sometimes, depending on who you with, maybe even 100% of the work when a man and a woman are engaged in that act. So the way I look at it as a man is like most of the time. I think men aren't really having that problem or complaining about that because they're doing the work required to, you know, get their, you know, ultimate result. And I think that they know, like, you know, they know what can like help them get there. So if a man's doing that and he's putting in the work to get him there, is it also his duty to make sure that you get there as well, or is it the woman's duty to know her body? And if
First
she
of
knows her
all,
body, go ahead.
first of all, when you're talking about that, that is for both parties. That's not just for no, oh, for you and for me. Like this is for both of us. So we both need to be getting something out of this. So it's not even just about the man doing all the work, because who knows? The woman might be. You never know. Like I say, it depends on the date.
but
I
but
feel.
okay, go ahead, go ahead.
I mean, as a woman, we know what's going to get us there as well. So I mean, it's not tricky.
I
Like
think that's the problem, though, Miss Nicole. I think a lot of women don't, because if you did, if a lot of, I feel like if a lot of women really knew what could get them there, I don't think that they would that this complaint would be as constant of a complaint as it is. It's women that are in marriages that have been in marriages for years and they're complaining about this. So it's like what like you can't know your body. it's one thing. Okay, it's one thing, Miss Nicole, if you know your body and you
Mm-hmm.
communicated with a man and he's not able to do what you're trying to tell him to do, that's one thing. But if you can't even communicate what you need or what you want, then I don't think you really know your body. That's just what I think.
Correct. Correct. That can go both ways because, like I say, nobody wakes up and know what you want. You have to communicate that. And even for some women, maybe if they just, I can only speak for myself,
Right.
but maybe if they took a little more control, you know, in the situation, they will know. You know, like you say, sometimes you just expect the man to do all the work, and that's just not how it works. If you want to get yours too, you got to put in the work. You got to know
Thank
what
you.
for you.
That's my whole point. So if you're gonna take control, in other words, means that you're gonna have to actually put in effort and put in
Yes.
work. So if
Correct.
you're not gonna put in effort and put in the work, then you're not gonna get the result that you want. And that's just in life in general,
Hello.
correct?
Hello. Correct.
All right. So okay. So answer my question though: is it his duty to make her finish, or is it her duty to you?
Yeah. No, it's her duty.
I agree. I agree.
Because it goes both
Okay.
ways. Men gonna make sure they know what they need to finish, so it's on us. And then even if though, like I say, it's still because it's not a selfish act if you really doing it, you know, for the right reasons. He gonna make sure, and then she's gonna make sure. Like your woman gonna make sure you good. You good? And you're like, yeah, but if she ain't good, then you can't just be worried about yourself. Like that thing gotta keep going until she good too. Round two.
Okay. I guess. I guess. Okay. 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 What does it say? Okay. So, do you think people understand how important communication is to enjoy a physically intimate Experience.
If they're not, some people live in a bubble. So if they're not closed minded and they're open to it, I think yes. Like some people just don't. They don't. They really don't know what they like. They allow other people to dictate what they like. So unless you play around in the bedroom and you do different things, you know, that's when you'll know what you'll enjoy. But I think you do need to communicate that with each other because that'll help you learn one another and spice it up.
Okay. So we agree that for both men and women, if you really know your body, you know yourself, you're gonna know what it takes you to get to where you're trying to get to, and you're gonna be able to communicate that with your partner. But you are also saying that there are people that they don't even really know what it is that they like and don't like, and they allow people to dictate, what goes on. And if they were open minded, if people just be a little bit open minded, they might, find out other things about themselves that can get them there as well. Hey, Sergi.
Correct. And I say that because you know a lot of people have the and I ain't saying I ain't got no standards of values because I do too, but you know a lot of people are gapped under like religion or how you supposed to or how this and it's like, come on now. We ain't bringing that in the bedroom. We ain't bringing no religion in the bedroom. That at the door. So
Okay. Do you do you think that you know do you think, and this is just your honest opinion, do you think that in a relationship or in a marriage, do you think that um the experiences that the intimacy, the physical intimate experiences that they're having with their partner are a main reason that people like step out on their partner and cheat, whether it be because of just bad experiences now, or whether it be because not frequent enough? Do you think that is a main reason why people step out on their partner?
no, I don't. I think it could be a reason, but I don't think it's one of the main reasons because with that marriage, it's so many things that can have you stepping out, not just for sex. But I will say that I guess if you are not getting your needs met, it's nothing to just communicate that with your partner, I don't believe in stepping out in no type of way. If you go step out, baby, step into them papers, okay? Do that first. Like, no. And then you need to tell me, what I'm not bringing to the table, what I'm not helping with before you just decide, oh, let me go see what's over here. Because the grass ain't always greener on the other side. You got
Right.
to water what you have at home.
Right.
Like I say, because I have a daughter, we have a child.
Right.
So we ain't on no typical schedule. Baby, if she in there playing and hey, let's go over here real quick. You know, you literally have to make time. So I understand how some people be like, "Oh, I'm not getting a lot because this." No, you got to make some time. You got to make time.
Okay. So, I mean, talk about talk about, as you and so as as two people you know spend or gain more time in a relationship or a marriage, how to keep that, alive and well, and still, still it be exciting and enjoyable, because like you said, you've been with your husband since y'all were young, like,
Yeah.
so yeah. So talk about what you think about that, how to like
So
maintain that.
so we actually will be married 7 years this year. Um for us, like I said, for us, we met when we were like 19 and 22. I was
Hmm.
22. And we moved in together. And when we moved in together, of course things were like teenagers. And then as we grew and grew, I would say we just started learning each other a little more, because in the beginning, you may not be as open. You may not be able to communicate everything because you don't know. Like I said, you don't even know your body.
Right.
So once you have gained more experience with your partner and done different things, you're like, oh, well, babe, I like it like this. I want you to do it like this.
but
I'm
but
just,
but
I'm
but
just
Miss,
keeping it a
but
buck with you.
yeah, no, that's what we haven't discussed. But Miss Nicole, but like you said, y'all be going on like 7 years this year, but you know, after 6 months of quote unquote like this, is it still the same as it was the first time? And is it still enjoyable like that? Like, how do you just continue to keep that alive? Because, it's only so many things to do. Is it
Right.
just the love, or like, what is it?
I think it's the love as well. I think it's the connection first and foremost. We just have a great connection and we love each other. And I think we just work towards that. So we put in, like I say, you gotta water where you at. So we put in, it's like even over time, and that's how I knew that he was my husband. Cause any other dude, I used to get tired of them. I
Right.
ain't get tired of this man. Baby, I call him at 11 o'clock, pull up. But it's like, I don't know. It's just the connection was there. And from there, we just continue to work on ourselves, communicate with each other wherever we're lacking, try to do, like I said, different experiences because I was very close minded when we first came into this thing. Certain things I just went and gone, you not.
Right.
But as I matured, I'm like, okay, I may like this. So that's when I kind of opened up and gauge different things like the toys and all of that. So I think you just got to be mature about it. You got to be open with your partner. Make sure y'all on the same page so it's not like it's catching you off guard. Like
Right.
you don't want to be stagnant with no person. Y'all ain't gonna be the same. Like I wish my husband would be the same 22-year-old I met. Like no, we have to grow with one another. So as we have grown over the years, he's matured and I've matured. What we thought was childish before is very different now.
No, I hear that. I hear that. That makes sense. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. So I said, okay. So you said, yeah, you said if you step out, step into some papers. Okay. Yeah,
You
you
said
said it's not. You said it's not the man's job. It's her job. Um, uh, yeah, and you said, you said people need to, like, if they know themselves, they should be able to communicate. But people should probably be open minded because they can learn some things about themselves if they're open minded as well.
correct. Correct.
Okay. Why do you have on a raincoat inside the house? It's a wind. It's a windbreaker, LaShawn. It's hot. It's hot here today, and my AC be blasting. Okay, Miss Nicole. Thank you so much. I
Thank you,
appreciate you.
Nova. You're welcome.
You could be in the chat or come up later. I appreciate you.
No problem. You have a good night.
All right, you too.